Welcome back, everybody, to EPIC48 with Intel, and I'm so excited. It has been a long time since we have been able to get Rocket League here on the Epic LAN stage, but finally we are able to bring it back with a community versus community tournament, a very simple 2 semi-finals and a final, all best of threes, and who better to talk alongside me than ex-professional, currently operating in the scene, mechanic named after him, Psycho. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You're far too kind, Rhino. I think it's me who should be showering all the kind words for yourself, an absolute legend, caster in the space. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to today. I mean, this is actually the first time I've been at an Epic LAN, and it is an absolute buzz.
Really?
It really is. It's a fantastic opportunity, and I've actually rocked up just 10 minutes ago, fresh off the motorway. I'm ready to go.
Straight to work.
Let's do it.
That's the way it goes, yeah. So you've not had much time to look around, obviously, as you do get here, but we do hope you enjoy the first weekends that you have here in Kettering. It's going to be an amazing event. There's so much to look forward to, none more so than Rocket League. Now, your Rocket League journey started, I don't mean to be rude, but quite a while ago at this point.
Yes, yeah.
Just talk to us a little bit about what that experience was like when you first picked up the game.
Well, it was basically my childhood growing up. So 14 years of age, the game was released free to play on PS4, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a bash, see what happens, and got stuck in. I immediately dove into the freestyle scene in 2016, 2017.
What?
So the teams like Nixus and Pulse, those ones going around.
Yeah.
I was leading one of those teams with Nixus. Back then, with Mertzy and Atticon. So two really old school names. Got into competitive, and then I got a bit fortunate, Rhino. I had a shot named after me. So that's why most people might be familiar. But apart from that, I've just been enjoying my time.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is, I mean, it's an incredible story. And as you say, we've got the shot named after you. Now, I have asked one of the players to attempt this shot, but I'm sure by your own reckoning, it is not the easiest mechanic to pull off.
Well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, because I think the first one recorded was maybe actually like 2017. It was a really funny clip of a Batmobile smushing himself into his own back wall. It just went pew, 120 kph all the way across. Yeah, so I wasn't actually the first to do it, but there we go. There is a very familiar name on the field for me today, and one that I'm very excited to be covering, actually. Digital Bacon, absolute legend in my journey.
Yeah, listen, when you talk about people who are very active in the Rocket League scene, or certainly have been, us two on the casting desk, of course, are there, but Digital Bacon as well, APAC mainstream broadcaster, done all sorts of stuff in the scene. Very excited to see him in our second game of the day. But yeah, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, nothing else really. It's going to be a really entertaining one, and I'm loving the team names we've got. I'm really excited by that. John Major in the blue.
Yeah.
Is quite the name, and I think it's lengthier than that in terms of their actual registration name. But we'll go with John Major, and then Gaming Side Hustle in the orange. I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're all here for, isn't it? The Gaming Side Hustle. That's the whole point. So. Yeah, big ups, ex-Prime Minister John Major is the name of this first team, and Gaming Side Hustle are taking to the field. And then after this game, we'll have Kappa Club and Team Rocket Race go. But I have had the information that we are indeed ready to go, so we'll see if we can bring the players in. There it is, and we can now start checking out this game number 1 of the day. As we go into lobby, it's going to be John Major versus Gaming Side Hustle.
And you love to see the medic from TF2 on the pitch as well. An absolute legend himself on the field, as best of 3 is the series length, of course, so it's going to need to be a quick sort of response to, you know, warm up to one another. But Dasnasty off with a quick early start.
Yeah, lovely work from Dasnasty coming off that left-hand side, taking 2 out, nowhere near it, and lovely chip over the back marker as well. It's not the fastest paced Rocket League you'll see for Psycho, but you know what? Taking out all 3 players on the defensive side, not bad start.
Yeah, he's done well to draw them out, and both attackers went flying towards that ball. It was Dasnasty to get the finish on board, as now we see Typhon going for a soft little touch to take control of the possession in this blue half.
Yeah, and it will be Dasnasty once again trying to bring it through. It's Pato just waiting on the edge of that play. 3 players from John Major go over the top of the ball, and I wasn't expecting to say that this morning. Ball across into the middle, but Medic will be able to send it away. Morgan won't beat that one to the ball. A good 50 being won by John Major. A shot on target though from Pato. Typhoon gets there to make the block.
Yeah, and it's this blue team that are really struggling to escape their own half at the moment, as Typhoon's got 100 boost in the tank to work with, and has just opted to punt it downfield, try and keep that ball as far from the orange players as he can.
Yeah, now Cyberdrak moving down that left side. He's beaten one. He's got an opportunity across. Knocking the Dominus, I believe, looking at the and I think we are going to see some very interesting presets here, Psycho. I'm seeing the DeLorean as well coming through, but a traditional Octane to just settle those nerves a little bit on the orange side as well. Love to see it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the DeLorean, personally. I've not seen that one in quite some time, as that is a wonderful dunk from Typhon, and look at all the space that Medic from ZF2 has afforded to him as the demos come in through and the aggression really amping up for the blue side.
Yeah, Gaming Side Hustle still that 1-0 lead, but since that very, very quick start, it's been a little bit quiet for both sides. Out of this back corner, Morgan moving down. He's got a pass to Does Nasty. He gets around one. Typhon's the last man. He doesn't make contact, and the ball is moving with zero pace. It's off the post. There's another chance, but no one's there. John Major survives.
Just. John Major is still good to go. But it's going to take one mighty push from this blue team at the moment, as they're looking really, really nervy at the back, as Cyberdrak is hopefully going to relieve some pressure here.
Yeah, and that is going to be beyond the halfway line. What we see a lot in Professional Rocket League at the moment is trying to hold that midfield line, trying to make it difficult to go beyond. But now Daz Nasty, he's broken through, looking for another play over the top of Typhon, but he stands strong this time. Triple commit onto the ball from John Major. And Medic just doesn't have any boost to make that one work. Over half of the game played, still 1-0.
I think a lot of people get terrified when you see a double commit, let alone a triple commit. But if it's going to really test the defense, that's all that matters, as it was a big chance, but not quite that time around.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Daz Nasty. He started the game really strong, been very solid since. Typhon being good on defense, that offensive side a little bit more tricky. And now Pato off this near side. No half flips to be found here as he tries to get that one through, but a good save. There's still a chance, and yeah, Daz Nasty going for some aerials. Here we go. It's starting to warm up. Opportunity down the other end. Morgan surely will score.
And that is a massive, massive bit of punishment from this orange side. They saw just how closely pushed the team of John Major really was, and took full advantage of that space.
And now we get things back underway. Gaming Side Hustle 2 to the good. I think it's fair to say they have been the better side since starting this game, but there has been enough from John Major, maybe not in an attacking sense, and certainly in a double committing sense. They go again. Typhon off the right-hand side. Cleared away by Daz Nasty. Is there a follow-up? Medic, that is speculative to say the least.
Oh, no contact found. And the ball missing in action, as that ball is just going to teeter around in the corner ominously in front of the blue goal mouth, and there is absolutely no missing that one, Rhino. It's a third for Gaming Side Hustle.
You know those goals that you watch in football where they go, well, there's no way he could miss it because it was 2 yards out. Pato tried his best.
I mean, he slotted it.
That is one of the most unnecessary bottom corners I've ever seen in my entire life. Fantastic work from Pato. 3-0. Still over a minute to go. This is a best of 3, so John Major will have the chance to answer back in the next game. But if Daz Nasty keeps hitting those aerials, I think there's not really going to be a way for our ex-Prime Minister to find a way back to the table.
Absolutely, and I think for me it's all eyes on Typhon, who's kind of just been that brick wall in defence to try and get past, and it seems as if he's beaten, the rest of the team is beaten. But I want to see a little bit more from him downfield. Now's another chance for Pato, though. Just pushed to the side. Yeah,
Typhon not going to make contact. Morgan there to collect. Cyberdrak getting in the way. And now this is going to be an opportunity for a shot, and Daz Nasty able to get there. And that is going to be 4 to the good.
4 to the good, and 30 seconds left. John Major are just looking for a consolidation goal at the moment, and they look to be down and out in this game 1, but plenty of time to go, Rhino.
Yeah, absolutely plenty of time, as you rightly say. So 32 seconds still to play. It's 4-0, and John Major just struggling to get anything going in this one. Nasty, he wants another goal. He's going to try and get one as well. Backboard opportunity for iMorgan. Wins the 50. Typhon couldn't do anything about that. They're 5 up.
It's a whopping 50-50 from Nasty. And it's just spilt right in front of that blue goal line. And I think the defenders are thinking, we got quite unlucky there. Might be feeling a bit hard done by.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree. So not long left to go now. John Major, just like he was in that election way back when, getting absolutely dusted. As Gaming Side Hustle still want another one. They are really pushing forward to try and get these goals. You don't need goal difference in this game, that's for sure, but played forwards. iMorgan drops it into the corner. Now trying to find this one out on the right-hand side. Drops it down. Gaming Side Hustle take game number 1.
And a convincing performance from them as well. And I think often you look at these sorts of competitions and it takes a while for the teams to just sort of acclimatise to one another. Gaming Side Hustle, they had no reservations. They just went all guns blazing for that first game.
Yeah, they really did. And they looked really good doing it as well. I'm very impressed with what I saw from Gaming Side Hustle. Will it be enough to do a little bit more at the end of the day in this competition? Who's to say, Psycho? But for the moment, they need to win one more game. And we will see if they are able to do that right here and right now as we get the players back into lobby. It's time to go one more time, maybe 2 more times. We'll find out as Gaming Side Hustle versus John Major gets back underway.
Game number 2 then, and potentially the final game of the series, unless John Major has something to say for it. As the well-orchestrated fake kickoff comes out, that last man punting the ball downfield. Here comes Typhon again to relieve the pressure as the Wolves come hounding that blue side, but Typhon yet again the man to stop it.
Yeah, had a lot of boost there. Actually had the boost advantage on Nasty, but decided not to utilize it. Went for the play in the corner as well. That's a lovely shot. Top corner! Oh, it hits the post! And John Major still yet to get on the board.
It's a brilliant shot, but it's still not good enough. It's still not a single goal for the side of John Major, and we've been looking at Typhon potentially as that star man, but he's going to have to wince as that ball goes whizzing on by.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it, Psycho? You think you've scored at one end, it hits the crossbar, you move back down the other end, and Gaming Side Hustle take the goal 1-0, 4 minutes 20 still to play. John Major looking much better at the start of this game than they were at the start of the last.
Oh, absolutely, they were a massive threat in that attack. But they need some more time in the orange half, and at the moment I feel like they're trying to almost do their best Tuchel impression and just sort of hunker back and hope for the best. But we know how that goes. Yeah. Oh. 2-0.
It is. I mean, this is just a chip shot from downfield. Pato, I don't even think he probably thought this one was going to go home. But as it just dips under the crossbar, nowhere from Medic. Nothing that he could do about it. And so 2 goals inside the first minute. John Major looking at a scoreline that they know well.
Absolutely, and it is so hard in those situations to be able to sort of bend your car backwards and make sure you can recover when the ball's behind you. It's just so awkward for that last defender, but John Major stepping into the orange half now.
Here we go. iMorgan going to leave that one for Nasty down that left-hand side. No boost to work with, but the opponents don't know that. He's beaten 2, trying to catch up to the ball. Typhon the defender, but it's too heavy a touch, and Pato has a hat-trick.
It's a gorgeous bit of positioning, isn't it? Just look at how he was anticipating that clearance. Perfectly ready for the opportunity and took it.
Yeah, definitely did. 3-0. 1 minute and 20 played, and Psycho, I think we might be in for a bit of a longer game this time. It seems like Gaming Side Hustle have got the bit between their teeth, and John Major's defense, it's evaporated from what we saw in game 1.
It is, but they're still creative. They went for another fake kickoff there. It almost paid dividends, but Medic from TF2 is going to tip that ball high. Morgan next up to the plate though, and this ball looking particularly awkward.
Oh, real chance for an own goal as well. It's all a bit scrappy on the blue half, but in the end, it's going to be iMorgan who comes away with it, looking for an opportunity. The aerial shot is going to go by. Pato looking for 4 and can't convert.
That's nasty now. It's his turn to shine in the spotlight, and he's trying to bait forward that last defender, just squeak it round in the infield as Typhon once again, that player to get downfield and make that escape. And hopefully he can cling on to this ball.
able to, unfortunately. Gaming Side Hustle moving back down the field. Typhon intercepting again. As far as defensive moves go, I've been really impressed by Typhon. There is still that heavy touch issue as he starts to break downfield. He's not able to really gain possession of the ball on that occasion. But the way that he's been able to block shots, keep boost high, that was a really dangerous cross from Gaming Side Hustle. But he has been the standout for me as far as John Major's defense go.
Absolutely, and you can see there is a bit of a gulf mechanically between the two teams, just in terms of individual capabilities, as Daz Nasty's going to try and drop this ball down. It's in front of that blue net. All three defenders called to action. None of them able to make that touch.
It's a lovely pass, but the way Daz Nasty just hangs in the air, it's leaping like a salmon at the back post, to make a football reference, Dan Burn-esque, as he's able to nod that one down and beyond the two John Major defenders. So 4-0, Daz Nasty finally on the scoreboard. He was the first on the scoreboard in game one. Took him almost 3 minutes this time.
Absolutely, and it is a bit of the Pato and the Daz Nasty show in this particular series, as Medic from TF2 steps up boldly for that challenge. Typhon at the back with 100 boost could do a bit of damage here, but chooses to let Cyber into the play, and look at him on that left flank, trying to do a bit of handiwork.
Yeah, now it's Pato just knocking that one forwards. He knows shots like that can go in. One of them already has this game. Typhon leaving that one for Medic. That's a really nice lead. Good communication between John Major there. As now Daz Nasty able to bring this through, and it's that turning circle you see there from Medic that, yeah, might be indicative of the slight gulf in mechanical ability. Daz Nasty pile drives one into the top right corner for 5.
There's absolutely no saving that, is there? You just had to let it whiz on by. Just think about that next kickoff. What is John Major going to bring to the table?
Well, if his political career was anything to go by, not a lot, Psycho, to be honest with you. It's been 0 goals in game 1. It's been 0 goals in game 2 with 1 minute and 12. And I think I speak for everybody here at EPIC48 with Intel that we want to see John Major get on the board. But a double touch off the left side hits the post. But Daz Nasty will be there to finish the job. And we may even be treated to a holiday to South America soon.
Morgan has picked his poison, and he's decided he wants to be the showstopper now and have a bit of his moment in the spotlight. Almost the finest goal we saw all series long, and really stepping up is that third player for Gaming Side Hustle.
There we go. And
there we go. He's done it again, Rhino.
As the scriptures foretold, say his name and he appears. I, Morgan, into the game now. First goal. And, well, he's not going to score much of an easier one than that. It was an empty net 2 yards out, but they all count.
Yeah, now I'm dearly hoping John Major's first goal isn't right now. That's a very foreboding sign in this particular game.
We want it to happen.
A 7-1? Are we looking forward to that? I'm not sure. I don't know if it'd be too much heartbreak for me. It's 8-0. It's not going to happen, Rhino. The Brazil opportunity, the infamous 7-1, stuffed away.
Yeah, still a chance to the Barcelona, but that would require John Major scoring 2 goals. And to be honest with you, Psycho, I've not seen anything across these 2 games that makes me think that that's going to happen. But what we might see is the Tottenham Hotspur against Wigan.
True.
9-1. Is that going to happen?
Well, the fact we didn't get the Brazil, you hate to see it.
Very good. Very good. 35 seconds to play. I mean, this game is done. It will be Gaming Side Hustle going through into the grand final of this little community versus community tournament, and we'll be finding out very shortly who they're going to be playing. But Psycho, who on the Gaming Side Hustle side has really impressed you over these 2 games?
It has to be Pato.
Yeah.
It has to be, because he seems to be the playmaker everywhere on the pitch. It's not just his offensive capabilities, but it's how he's structured himself, his positioning, the way he's working around his teammates. It's very obvious to me that this is a player with experience, and he's able to get it done. 2-0 in the best of 3. Gaming Side Hustle emerging victors.
Yeah, they certainly are. Really well played from everybody involved. We love to see some Rocket League here on the Epic stage for the first time in a little while, and that's exactly what we've seen. So congratulations, Gaming Side Hustle. You guys are going to be the one going through. And who will they be playing against? Well, that's what we're going to find in a moment. It's Kappa Club versus Team Rocket.
There we go. And it's going to be a spicy game, this one, because, well, my whole career sort of growing up in this competitive ecosystem, it was one of those very players who was commentating over me. Likes of TCS, the Swiss Esports League, but also the university scene, Uni Rocketeers as well.
Oh,
Digital Bacon was always that man for me back then. And I get a chance to commentate over him. What a world, Rhino.
It's all come full circle. It's all come full circle. We love to see it. And yeah, I mean, it can't be understated, the work that Digital Bacon has done in this scene, can it? I mean, he genuinely, as far as Rocket League, certainly broadcasters and talent go, he is right up there.
Absolutely so. But between these two teams, I think there's some question marks as to who is the de facto favourite into this matchup. But I do know that Corey, or Digital Bacon, hovering around sort of GC when it comes to his peaks, and I do believe he's fully capable of getting this done single-handedly if the last series was anything to go by.
Yeah, we'll see if that is going to be the case. Well, we have got the lobby up and ready to go, so the team should be joining any moment now, and there you go. We're starting to see them take to the field, and it will be Kappa Club versus Team Rocket, and we're just gonna send the command. We're gonna get the players in the lobby, hopefully in just a moment, and we'll get this one going. But realistically, Psycho, this is a fun tournament, and the community here at Epic LAN is what makes this event so special. Absolutely,
and it's very rare that we have occasions like this to sort of come together in person and experience sort of the social benefits of esports, as often it is quite an isolating thing, and it is just so lovely to see so many smiley faces, buzzing atmosphere, warm people to approach all around. It's a great time, Rhino.
Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. So we are just having those conversations right now, trying to get people in the lobby. And as I say, I think we did have people join, and then they left. So, and to be fair to Psycho, this is not uncommon in Rocket.
They got stage fright.
Yeah.
You know, it's a scary thing being on stream. I remember my first times. My goodness, I was shaking, Rhino.
Yeah, absolutely. And have I ever played on stream? I don't think I have, actually.
Really?
Really? No, I did once.
I was going to say, for next Epic, we'll get you playing.
You don't want that.
I'll be the one screaming.
Let me tell you right now, you don't want that. There's a reason I'm here and they're over there.
I reckon you're being far too hard on yourself, Rhino. I can tell.
Oh,
I'll take you as a humble man.
Psycho, I've got some bad news for you, buddy.
What's the problem?
Just talk to Sir Pegasus and he'll tell you what the problem is. I promise. I promise. But we have 6 players in the lobby. We have the teams ready. We are just waiting for one team to tell us that they're ready. But they are here.
They are here.
You know.
Yeah,
so
you know. Well, the thing is, in the World Cup, we had hydration breaks.
True.
It's quite a warm summer, isn't it? So you know what? For everyone who's watching, I do advise, make sure you stay hydrated, okay? It's a dangerous time to be around this country.
It's very important.
It's quite toasty.
Okay. We've got one team jumping in. Are the other team going to take the message? Yes, they are. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. 2, give us the 3rd. There it is. And we're going to be getting into this one now as we take a look at Kappa Club versus Team Rocket. Another best of 3. And this time, as you can see, we've got Digital Bacon, Detective, and Tube Brackerback is what I'm going to go with, versus Chris, User, and Lejoke Torre.
You know, if we see that player score the first goal, I want you to do your finest Chewbacca impression.
Okay.
Can you do that for me, Ryan?
We will if that happens. We will if that happens. I'll make that promise to you right now. As Kappa Club trying to get on this one. And oh my goodness, an aerial! Oh. This is already higher level than the last game we saw.
Well, you know what? It's looking really good.
Yeah.
It's looking beautiful so far as that ball's going to rattle across that blue corner. And the ball just sifted in field, testing the defence, but Monty Dog, very capable of getting that pressure away.
It'll be Chris Bob off the right-hand side, pass middle, opportunity, cleared away. Just at the first time of asking, a double commit on that left side. Kappa Club might need to just tighten up on communications a little bit. 51 by Lejoke, but a lovely shot from Monty! Over the top of everyone, no one expecting that.
Straight down the middle, it's a strike for Monty Dog. And it is such a beautiful way to kick off the best of 3 as far as he's concerned. He saw the defence all the way outstretched and he just thought, you know what, let's hammer it.
Yeah, and that's worked. Team Rocket, they've now been given a warning. Don't allow your back line to be open because there will be a player who tries to take that shot. And here he is, Digital Bacon, laying it down to Monty Dog, and Bacon proving he's still got some moves.
Absolutely, and this is a man who has no doubt watched the highest end of Rocket League for the best part of 9 years, give or take, since he started his journey as a commentator way back when. Still equal on the field to some really stalwart defence as he takes that ball round the corner.
Yeah, I tell you what, you can tell that the pace has just increased, and there it is. Chewbacca back. Gets that goal over the line, 2-0 to Kappa Club.
That was really good.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's like we scripted that, but we didn't. Rhino's just a natural talent.
People have been saying that for a while, and I've been wondering why.
There you go, it's the infamous Chewbacca impression. You had it in your locker all along. Here he is again then, down off the ceiling now, plenty of boost in the tank. Where is that follow-up from Digital Bacon? He squeezed it into the right-hand corner and the defence can do nothing about it.
Now, I love this goal, however, there's a problem with it.
Okay.
And the problem with it is, when you are 2-0 up and you look like you're cruising, Chewbacca is in the perfect position to back up and steal that goal, and he hasn't. He's not even gone for it, he just moved out of the way of the ball. And that makes me upset, to be honest.
It's selflessness, it's community. It's what it's all about, Rhino.
You've got to fight for the stats.
How dare you?
You've got to fight for the stats. This game is for pride. You got to be the top scorer on your team, otherwise, what are we even talking about?
Well, you might be right there, as Digital Bacon with 100 boosts now.
Oh,
now's his time to shine. Takes to the skies. Can he tee himself up for the double touch? Not quite. The follow-up rattles the post, and the follow-up rattles the crossbar again. How many chances do they want to get?
4 players on Team Rocket, the 3 actively playing in the woodwork, all working together as Kappa Club want another opportunity. And Detective Monty Dog, well, it didn't take much to solve that crime. There was no one in defense, and he's just driven forwards, taking the ball with him, 4-0.
Careless footsteps from Team Rocket, encroaching into that back corner. And I just wish they would have held their nerve and just stuck it around on that back line. That front post, such an important position on the field to control, especially from those areas out wide.
Absolutely, here he is, Chewbacca back on that right side. Digital Bacon doesn't get all of that. Not going to be happy with that one. Chewbacca back plays it across, no angle for the shot, but nice pass, no one there to collect. So Team Rocket going to try and bring this one back. Shot from Monty Dog, collected by User, and if you think I'm trying to pronounce the remainder of that name, you are sadly mistaken.
74162 FAE43 managing to poke that ball central. It's the closest you'll get to a Rap God impression from me. You won't be hearing another.
That's disappointing. I was hoping maybe for karaoke later we might bring it out. We'll see. If that does happen, I'll record it and I'll put it on Twitter. Don't worry. The Joke Tour. Not really heard much from the Joke so far in this game. He's been kept a bit quiet by the Kappa Club. Chewbacca Brack's double demo. Opportunity for a third. Monty doesn't even need it. Only one player on the Team Rocket team standing. They're blasting off again.
That is a lethal blow to the confidence of Team Rocket. And unfortunately, Meowth. That's right. It's another one you've conceded.
Absolutely. 5 to the good. Go Kappa Club. And I am slightly upset because I did request an attempt from Digital Bacon that I've not seen yet. That's a lovely opportunity. Cleared away. Still a chance. Bottom left-hand corner. Bottom 90s. And that's going to be Digital Bacon once again getting another goal. And by the way, Digital Bacon rocking the RLCS analyst tag. That's a flex.
Oh, of course.
That's a flex.
It's a beautiful title.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely sage green, should we say.
And that just makes it stand out. You know, whenever you go into your public matches, your ranked games with that title, I will say I have actually done that. I've gone into a ranked game with that title and I got absolutely dusted in goal, and the guy said, analyze that.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I get it all the time. It doesn't matter what happens. If you have a special title, that's it.
Yeah.
It's going to be talked about. And here comes Digital Bacon once again, teeing up Chewbacca. He's just going to let that ball go. There's now a chance to pop this high from Digital Bacon. Best Swan has the second on his plate, and he's had dinner.
Now, if there is someone who knows about Brazil, it's Digital Bacon. Do they allow the scoreline to happen?
Well, you said it yourself, Rhino. Everyone's in it for the points. We might see an 8.
It's true. It's very true. I expect to see an 8 more than I expect to see the 1. And Chewbacca Brack very confident in bringing this ball forward. So we're not going to see the outright own goal by the looks of things. Detective Monty off that back corner. The joke. Chris getting in the way of his own teammate there. User sending away. Bit of boost to work with as well, but Monty's right there on the scene.
Lovely touch from Monty Dog, and he's got company behind him in Digital Bacon, who's rattled that side post. And now User, the rest of the name, is going to follow in hot pursuit towards this corner. Team Rocket, surely that's their best opportunity of the game.
Yeah, which isn't saying a lot, unfortunately. Double commit from Kappa Club. Third man, actually it was a triple commit. I didn't see the third man go. But now there is Chewbacca Brack. One more for the road. 8 to the good. And we're just talented people.
You know, when you're a caster, you need to have every trick under the book. And I've of course been practicing that on the motorway down.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. I remember there was a time where I was casting a team stream in SSA. We were playing against Stitch. And I said, if we score 10 against Stitch, I'll do a Stitch impression for the rest of the game. And I did. And I
need to see that, Rhino. I'm sure you've got a clip somewhere.
Oh, it's definitely somewhere.
But regardless, there can only be one winner. And Kappa Club have just waltzed through Team Rocket there. And I do think they were going into this series just as favourites in my mind, at least, because I know the quality that Digital Bacon can bring. He's topped the score charts, 3 goals to his name. It's a comfortable series for him.
Yeah, not going to be complaining about that one at all is Digital Bacon. However, as I've said, we need to get your mechanic on stream at some point. We need to see at least an attempt. I have commissioned Digital Bacon to do it, but unfortunately he has not responded just yet. So maybe in the second game.
Well, all remains to be seen. And in game 2, Team Rocket, I'm sure they're going to be playing a little bit more loose, knowing just how strong and fierce their opposition is coming into this. And, you know, that's a nice thing, because sometimes when you're in this environment, you do take it seriously. You do want the win at the end of the day. But when you look at yourself as a team and you think, OK, we're not the favourites, they can sort of ease up a bit, and all the tension fades away. Yeah,
all that pressure, all of the things that you were thinking about going into the game, they do just fade away, as you rightly say. So, Team Rocket playing with a little bit more freedom now, playing with a little bit less on their plate. Kappa Club, here it is! Oh! Are we going to cast that as an attempt?
Well, Digital Bacon's gone for his finest double touch attempt and has managed to find the corner flag, as that's a lovely dunk from Chewbacca. A grisly tone to the start of this first game, or second game in the series.
Yeah, second game in the series. 4th game that we've seen on stream, and potentially we will get the grand final after this if Kappa Club can maintain this. I will say, I said, was it an attempt? I didn't realize that Digital Bacon was actually on the other side of the field. So of course it was never going to be a side goal. I did misread that one, but they clear it downfield now. Still 4.5 minutes to play. Team Rocket, not a lot of boost in the tank. Look at that top right corner. We talk about boost management a lot at the top level. And at the moment, Kappa Club are the only ones paying attention to that statistic.
Yeah, and Joe Couture is really just storing it up for winter like a chipmunk. He's just putting it in his cheeks and just waiting to see if it will be required. Not just yet, he says, as that shot's going to go towards that left-hand side corner. Chewbacca back, stepping into the play. It's that backboard they're just using over and over again, exploiting every avenue they can find.
I'll tell you something, Digital Bacon might have been around a while, but he's definitely still got the speed of one of the young players in the scene. He's absolutely got the better of everybody on the field so far today with his speed and control. The Kappa Club double their lead, 2-0, 4 minutes to play.
I think you might have accidentally insulted him, saying he's playing like a young person. Digital Bacon, you're still a sprightly young chap as he steps up to the plate once again.
I would never say a bad word about Digital Bacon, just unfortunate backhanded compliments is all.
Of course.
That's all we're looking for. Chewbacca back, surely. That will be 2 for the Chew, and it's 3-0.
2 for the Chew. I like that.
Thank you.
Very nice.
It's almost like we do this for a job.
It's a flamboyant design from Chewbacca as well. He's making himself seen on the broadcast.
Sometimes goal explosions are a big point of contention in Rocket League, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
They're very much one of those things that can make or break a production sometimes when you've got those ones that completely change the entire field. But that one's just nice. I love the little butterfly emblem. It's yeah, more pro players should use that. Hang on, there's a breakaway here, but Chris can't turn in time, and Chewbacca will be able to bring this one back.
I do firmly believe we need to bring snazziness back into the RLCS because it's all too many anodized Fenix, and I'm
True.
fed up. I want some of these beautiful disco balls and flamboyant hats. Give me more of it.
Digital Bacon with the pineapple on his head. Yeah, that's the kind of thing we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Moving down this right side. Good block actually there from User. There's a chance here for Team Rocket. They move forward as a 3, and I like to see that. Doesn't work for them this time, but if they keep making moves like that, one of them will break through.
Absolutely, and it's looking really dangerous in the corner. All 3 orange players pressed towards that corner, trying to give chase, and it's actually going to be at their downfall. They're just inviting Kappa Club to do what they do best.
Digital Bacon is doing exactly that. Floating through the air, stinging like a bee. Off this left side, good pass from Monty, and once again, he's just that split second faster.
He's soaring, flying. There's not a place in heaven that he can't reach.
I have just taken a drink there, Psycho. That is outrageous for you to do that to me like that.
I could have sang it. I didn't want to put a
Well,
spin
maybe
that,
we will sing it later.
Maybe later. Maybe later.
that's the idea. A bit of High School Musical.
Oh, no!
Yes, Friday. Digital Bacon. Bottom left-hand corner. He's not singing a musical. He's singing a tragedy about the other team. 5-0.
Oh, and it's just so simple for Digital Bacon. He's just eyed up the ball and he's seen all 3 orange defenders just whiz on by. Heartbreak.
I know I've been banging on about it, but if I don't see a Psycho attempt now, with 2 minutes 20 to go and you're 5-0 up, I am actually going to walk into that room and I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. That would be unacceptable. As Monty plays it forward, Chewbacca back.
Oh.
Lovely touch that. Just knocks it over the top. And once again, we see the handshakes all round, you know, not trying to steal that goal, not trying to get the points, knowing that ball was going home. And Monty Dog will say that he left that.
We'll say that he left it. I think he did. I think he did,
Okay.
but you can never be too sure. I mean, in these sorts of environments, when the spotlights are brightest, anything can happen, Rhino.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Chewbacca Brack used to the spotlight, that's for sure. Into the middle, dangerous play
Good pogo.
from Team Rocket. But it does work, he does send it away. Digital Bacon all the way back, looking for the top right corner. Just a little bit off that one.
There's another chance for Digital Bacon, who's just squeaked it past that defender. It was a great effort from the 3rd man of Team Rocket. You can see him shaping up through the back post there. Came across, just not quite the contact he was looking for.
No, it's nice work from Bacon. It's just too powerful to save for that last man. And now once again I ask, we are on the precipice of a Brazil. Chewbacca back does not want to hear about that. He doesn't want to go anywhere near South America. Stay in Kettering, 8-0.
Chewbacca's back.
Good.
Back again.
Another one for karaoke later. We've got a list now.
That's the second Eminem reference. There's more to come, I'm sure.
Oh.
I've just got to find them.
Yeah, there has got to be. And I'm sure we're not talking about chocolate. Moving off that middle, it will be sent clear over that back corner. Monty leaves it for Chewbacca back. That is still difficult to say after almost 2.5 games. Chewbacca back. Takes a shot, bit wide. Picked up by La Joke Tour, and oh my goodness, cut off. Digital Bacon.
Oh.
Easy finish for the man again.
Well, sometimes you just have to play your own little game in an environment like this. And for Kappa Club, it's, can we reach 12?
Yeah.
Can we reach 13, maybe 14? And at the moment, they're on path for double digits.
They certainly are. 1 minute just over to play. I do want to see Team Rocket score. I would love that. Digital Bacon just taking the shot. Double touch!
Whoa! Oh! It kind of went the right way.
It kind of
Does
went
that
the right
count?
way. No, well, that doesn't count because, again, they were at the attacking end.
The others, yeah.
But, you know,
yeah.
a Psycho on their own net, possible.
No, absolutely. I think we should still count it.
Okay.
If we see it happen.
Hey, listen, you're the creator, so if you're counting it, I'm counting.
Well, we'll call that an attempt. A very loose one, as that one's going to rack it off the post. Monty Dog to make it 10. And we asked for double digits, and they have delivered as the Dabbing Reaper waves goodbye to single-digit territory.
Right, you've been in the scene a while, all right? You know the game inside and out. Can you tell me what Chris, on the right-hand side, the defender for Team Rocket, was thinking during that play?
I don't think he was.
Okay.
I think that was the slight mistake from Team Rocket there, as I think in these situations you just have to have a bit of fun with it. You have to let go of your thoughts and just make sure that you can see this series forwards in a way that you're going to be happy with.
No thoughts, just vibes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this one on the back?
Oh!
Back. Oh, that's a lovely pass from Digital Bacon. Monty Dog will surely... It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He wanted the assist. He knew that there was a double hat trick on the board for Digital Bacon, and he wanted to give it to him.
And of course, that is Monty Dog's playmaker secured.
There you go. 3
assists, and that's a handful of points. And Rhino, who really wants to see MVP battles on the field, has sure got himself one.
I do. Very much so. We got to see people fighting. Oh, no! Off the kickoff. Real chance. Still a chance. But Digital Bacon is having absolutely none of it. No fun bacon, they call him. And that's the end of the game, 11-0.
And it's a tasty performance. And, well, the first game spoke for itself. 6 goals to Digital Bacon's name this time. And an 11-0 performance. And I think when we're stepping up to this next series, there has to be a favourite, Rhino.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's pretty 50-50, Psycho. I think either team could win it realistically. Because we do have, of course, Gaming Side Hustle making their way back onto the stage. And they had some good looks. They had some good looks in that first series. Don't get me wrong. I think the way that Kappa Club played was very impressive. But I wouldn't like to call a winner yet.
Too soon. Far too soon. And you know what? I think you're right, Rhino, because I'm reflecting back on the performances in that first series as well. And I think it is a roster which is very well balanced.
Agreed.
From that particular side in Gaming Side Hustle. But Kappa Club, I mean, they're coming off the back of an enormous win. And sometimes I feel like that can make you a little overconfident when you're coming into situations like this. You're maybe going to play with a bit too much looseness, but it remains to be seen.
That is very true. That is very true. And we are getting the players into the lobby now. So Gaming Side Hustle taking to the stage once again. And again, you know, you picked out Pato in that first game, thought he was excellent. Daz Nasty proved that he does have mechanics. He does have the ability to fly through the air and hit those aerials. So maybe the pace of Gaming Side Hustle is gonna catch out Kappa Club. Who knows?
Potentially, but then you've got stars on the opposing side as well. Detective Monty Dog broke the deadlock in that first game of the last series as well with a heft downfield, and we saw some bits of magic as well from the likes of Digital Bacon, who was just playing a bit of a bully, wasn't he, with that backboard? He was just hefting it over there, and he was always the first to follow forwards, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, it certainly is. And look, we've had an apology from Digital Bacon for not getting the Psycho attempt, but we'll see if he gets it over this time for the final of this community versus community tournament. Psycho, we know who the favourites are going into it. What do Gaming Side Hustle need to do to stop the attack of Kappa Club?
Well, I think they're using that backboard and they're using their corners so strongly. So I think for Kappa Club, or rather Gaming Side Hustle, it's going to be a matter of making sure you're facing forwards towards the play in those third-man situations. As often in this game, you can get dragged forwards towards the play. You want to be as close as you possibly can before overextending your reach. And I just feel like making sure they're in the right place at the right time to go up for any threat, that is really all they could ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are just waiting to get them into lobby. We have got everybody in lobby, which is fantastic. We are just waiting for them to join up, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. So here we go for the grand final of the Community versus Community tournament. The first time that EPIC has seen Rocket League in a good few years now, since COVID, if I recall correctly. So this is a momentous occasion, Psycho, and it's only right that we have one of the icons of the scene, Digital Bacon, taken to the stage in this one.
Absolutely, and it's a pleasure to be alongside you for this one, Rhino. And we're looking to see who can be the first player to make that stamp in grand final territory. Who's going to be the player to be remembered in this best of 3?
Oh, there's a chance there. Pato getting up well. Now it's iMorgan's turn, but Monty's beating him there. Daz Nasty able to pick this one up. Back corner. Digital Bacon pinching back towards his own net. And oh dear, Daz Nasty. The first goal on the board for Gaming Side Hustle.
And I've got to say, it's a big mistake from Digital Bacon as well, as he's pinched it around his own back corner, beating his own third man.
Yeah, not ideal from Bacon. We know he's better than that. And where's my great pass? We said it on stream, Bacon. Don't worry about that. We definitely were ready for that one. Now off the right-hand side, he's got the bit between his teeth now, trying to make the most of this opportunity. Monty Dog back to Chubraka back! And that is Kappa Club back to their best.
And look how quickly that response came through. Daz Nasty tried as he might to reach that ball, clawed at it with his slippy fingertips. And unfortunately, no contact found.
I love Monty Dog coming in with the crown on his car as well, the crown topper. Will they be the champions? That is the question. All square at the moment. This is the first time since this tournament started that both teams have scored. What a momentous occasion.
Massive hoo from Digital Bacon, and he's got himself a chance to follow through, but iMorgan's there to push it to that left-hand flank as Pato, patiently waiting for the save, does so well.
Yeah, love that defensive positioning from Gaming Side Hustle. Taken down this right side, ball into the middle, should be met by iMorgan. Chubraka back is just going to leave that for Monty Dog. Bacon needs to go back and get some boost, so it will be a two-pronged attack for Kappa Club. Daz Nasty takes it away from the first, but back in the fray is Digital Bacon. Cleared away for the moment for Gaming Side Hustle, not very far though.
It's infield and it's going to go in favour of the Blues this time around. It's a loose pass from Chubraka as the shot rips on through. And Daz Nasty's made it too.
And Daz is nasty. Off this right-hand side, lovely work, just beats Monty Dog to the ball. And for all that we were talking about Kappa Club, maybe we had recency bias take over as Psycho.
I think we did. I think we did. It's been a great start to the play, just generally speaking, for Gaming Side Hustle. And they've established themselves as a real solid team foundationally at the back. And let's not forget, they weren't particularly tested in that first series of the day, Rhino. No. Now's when we're getting to see their true colours.
Well, I have to say, I don't think either team were tested in their opening games of the day, but now we are seeing two top-level teams in Rocket League really start to take it to one another. Chubraka back goes by, Monty Dog goes by, Digital Bacon will have to recover, and off this left side, he goes by as well, but Chubraka back tries to get there. iMorgan sending away, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, I love the defensive setup from Gaming Side Hustle.
That's brilliant. They got numbers at the back just when they need them as well. What a brilliant air dribble it is from the man, the myth, the Corey.
Off that ceiling, down into the ground, and no one from Gaming Side Hustle ready for that aerial shot. All square, 2-2, just under half the game played. Psycho, we have a serious final on our hands.
Just when you needed a little bit of individual brilliance, Digital Bacon was there to provide. Oh. Wave goodbye, Senor Pato. He's off to space.
I think that's the second goal like that Monty scored, isn't it, in this tournament? He had a similar one shooting from the halfway line that just dipped under the crossbar beyond the defense. And now he's done it again in the grand final. So Kappa Club 3-2 up. And now another chance to score, but iMorgan this time puts a stop to that attack.
I just want to know how Monty Dog's getting so much topspin on that ball. Defend it down from the halfway line like it's nothing. I'm quite jealous of him.
Well, I would push you a little bit there and say, well, you do know how he's doing that, but it is impressive. it is impressive nonetheless.
Absolutely, and to be honest, it's one thing to see it, it's another thing to do it. And I respect art when I see it, Rhino.
Very true. That is art in Rocket League form. There's 2 players going up for that one. Double commits definitely not artistic, as it will be. Oh, a chance for iMorgan, misses. And that ball goes over the bar. Kappa Club really starting to ask questions now. Monty into the corner. And another opportunity, and everyone goes by. Chewbacca trying to bring this back, but can't do so. Daz Nasty, left side, won't get the bounce.
That is a horrid ricochet off of that far side post. And it's afforded Kappa Club so much space to recoup this Digital Bacon backwards in the play, but it's not going to be too much damage done. He's not found contact, but he has found a fake as he prances downfield.
I really don't mind it from Digital Bacon, because I think he expected an early 50. I think he expected someone to be there, and when you're in a position like that, you don't want to half flip and then your opponents play that high 50 to send the ball below you and get sent up into space. So it was the right thing to do in the moment. It just looked really funny.
Yeah, it does mean we can mock him for not putting on his hazard lights quicker. As the beepers were put into display in the defences, and now there's going to be a shot from Digital Bacon, or not quite. Chewbacca, it's just going to be a little bit too close to the play to find an all-important touch there.
Yeah, Digital Bacon swapping out the pineapple for the hard hat, and it's understandable. He's going to work in this game. Over the top, will be sent away from Pato into that far corner. 30 seconds to go. Kappa Club 1 goal up in this first game of the best of 3. And there might be an opportunity for Gaming Side Hustle to send this to OT. Not yet, but 20 seconds. It's all getting a little bit nervy. No one wanting to take the initiative.
Very solid shape at the back from Gaming Side Hustle, but they need a moment now, and it could just be Pato to deliver one harsh blow to the confidence of Kappa Club. Look how much space he had, and he's just slotted it to that left-hand post.
12 seconds to go, and Kappa Club could not hold on. Will we see an overtime in this grand final? Who cares that we've got a stage schedule to keep? Sorry, lads. You're stuck watching Rocket League for a while. Digital Bacon lays it back. Cleared away by Gaming Side Hustle. Brought back by Chewbacca. And for all the world, it looks like we are going to that overtime golden goal.
3-3. Could you ask for more in the first game of the grand finals? Not sure you can.
No.
It's Digital Bacon testing the backboard yet again. There's going to be a follow-up in Chewbacca, but he's just going to stick the ball to the side, try and keep possession for long term.
No boost there either for Chewbacca. There's nothing he could really do there. But now Digital Bacon beats 2, but he's bumped away by his own teammate, Monty Dog, on the recovery. Chewbacca into the middle again, will only find Daz Nasty. Cleared down the right by Monty Dog. 30 seconds played, but now there's a chance. Breaks past 1, doesn't get past 2, but Bacon's there. Good block by Daz Nasty, but there's still a shot. Great save on the goal line. Still another chance. It's off the backboard.
Not enough top spinners. Daz Nasty's going to follow forward, squeezes the ball to the left-hand side. Senor Pato's got it all to do and finds a great dunk there, just to keep the blue defense afloat. Digital Bacon now up through the skies, testing the defense, saved away.
No boost, no problem for iMorgan in the defense. Now Digital Bacon again, slowing the play down, now trying to accelerate, but Daz Nasty reads the whole thing. And Chewbacca off this corner, has a player in the middle, gets bumped away, but it's still Kappa Club's ball.
Pato. Gonna have to be really careful here, but he is given a bit of a freebie. Ty Morgan to take the clearance. Now Daz Nasty enters to play. Here he comes off of that sidewall, cannot find contact on that infield ball.
Oh my goodness, speaking about not finding contact, it's like a reception English class, no one can read. And Digital Bacon trying to move forwards. iMorgan off that right-hand side. He's gonna drop down off that bottom corner, and now Digital Bacon should be able to clear his lines. Not especially powerful, but look at the way that Gaming Side Hustle is set up. It's so difficult to break down.
It's difficult to comprehend a way to get past this defence, as Snazdy is aiming for that far corner. He's reaching into space, and he has found it, as there's sure to be a follow-up from this orange side. Digital Bacon going to fake that one away.
Yeah, these players really don't care that we have a stage schedule, do they? I was talking about it a moment ago. 2 minutes and 13 seconds. It was 3-3 in regulation, boys. How on earth have we gone this long without a goal? There might be one here. No, Daz Nasty clearing away. Both of these teams nice and warm. Out of the corner goes Digital Bacon. He's going to get a second bite at this, and he just goes by, and now the counter is on, but Daznasty won't get an extra touch, and Monty collects in the midfield.
Unfortunately, just loses control of his car there
Oh.
on that recovery, and it's a chance for Chubraka. Brilliantly tempted was that ball, but Daznasty did so well to get rid of it.
Yeah, he did. Now picked up on the far side by Monty. No, actually, he doesn't even get a touch on it. Daznasty has an opportunity. Doesn't read it perfectly, but out of the corner, it could still invite teammates in. Look how far back they are. They don't want to lose. This is England ball, if I've ever seen it.
No!
But that's a horrible touch. And Chubraka back will take advantage. The Wookiee, he's there once again to roar.
Beautiful play from Chubraka, who was just eyeing up his moment, picking his time to strike. And Gaming Side Hustle, they're going to feel a little bit like they've bested themselves in those dying moments.
I mean, that's going to be heartbreaking. That is going to be absolutely heartbreaking. They're going to be looking over their shoulders, wondering how that's happened. A really tight game that we've had there on the stage, and deservedly so. Rocket League back at EPIC, and it's providing the best entertainment we have seen since we started.
What a game one, Rhino. And where are the teams going to go from here? It seems so confident. It seems so rehearsed.
Yeah, it did. Well, I think we have devolved into a little bit of chaos now, Psycho. I think it's fair to say. With the way that that game ended, you know that Gaming Side Hustle are going to be chomping at the bit to get back into this game and get on the board quickly. We'll see if they are able to do so. But they kept Kappa Club out for a long time in that overtime.
They really did, and I was impressed by their shape at the back, but that's a wonderful strike towards the top left-hand corner. Chubraka is going to keep on pushing towards that attack. Just trying to find some little bumps on the way out, some bits of disruption as well, and I like to see that sort of play.
Yeah, absolutely. Chubraka back on that far side. Look how aggressive Kappa Club are being. No one back in their half, beyond the halfway line, trying to just put a vice grip on the Gaming Side Hustle side. At the near post, iMorgan deals with it for the moment, but again, that boost starving is starting to happen. You see Daznasty low, iMorgan starting to get lower by the second, and eventually, if Kappa Club remain in this half of the game, it's going to be difficult for Gaming Side Hustle to break away, and that is Chubraka back doing exactly that, getting that boost steal.
Yeah, and it's so heartbreaking for Gaming Side Hustle, who've now been pinned into their own half for the best part of a minute's play. Pressure keeps on coming. Toaster heating up.
Defense is standing strong. Digital Bacon trying to make it not the case, but he gets stopped at the first time of asking. The first shot over, but there's another opportunity, and an absolute sitter to clear the ball away is not taken. Chubraka back. He's back again.
Oh, I think Daznasty's accidentally double jumped. Oh, I think he's fat fingered the button just a little bit too much. And unfortunately, no contact found. Gaming Side Hustle. They dearly wish it was more than a side hustle. They want to be champions on the field, but Digital Bacon still a threat. What a shot that is from Chewy.
Lovely work off this side. I wanted for all the world Digital Bacon to hit this double touch. I really did.
Oh.
But in the end, it works out. A wonderful pass. Chubraka back, stepping up in game 2 of the grand final, just knocking it over the defense, and they go 2 up.
All eyes on the blue side then. That ball's going to be in favour of Orange. Off of the kickoff. An infield ball's not going to pay any real threat. There's Morgan stepping down the field now. He's got a wonderful touch, and he's going to try and squeak it to the far side. So hopefully they can sustain this pressure.
Yeah, the problem we've seen from Gaming Side Hustle is that their defense is so strong, but we've not seen them too much in offense. That's a really aggressive play from Daznasty. He doesn't have any help though. No one is nearby, and they certainly aren't now with that demo coming through onto iMorgan. Collected by Daznasty, trying to break downfield, but Kappa Club are just set up in a defensive spot and playing those 50s really nicely.
3 minutes left then on the clock as this ball is going to be Senor Patos to play, the absolute MVP of Gaming Side Hustle in that first series. As he stepped onto the pitch this time around, he seems to have lost a little bit. Stardom.
Great save from iMorgan. I think it goes a little bit under the radar. We've talked a lot about Pato and Daznasty, but iMorgan has been doing a wonderful job in defense. There is a chance in offense here for Gaming Side Hustle, but Digital Bacon, I tell you something, he's not here to play around in this grand final, is he? He wants that trophy, which he's not going to get.
Well, we'll see about it. Maybe we can cut a bottle of Coke Zero in half and then stick some paper handles on it and call it a day.
Yeah. Be all right. Get a bit of string, you know, make a medal. Be all right. Monty forwards. Morgan does enough to send that one over the top, but now Digital Bacon off the crossbar, crossbar again, and Chewbacca back there to clean up the pieces. A hat trick for Chewy.
I don't know how Digital Bacon has found the crossbar. He was so close, but he couldn't put it away himself. He seems to just be so selfless in the way he takes to the field. It's beautiful.
I was absolutely about to say that. Yeah, he's not thinking about himself, he's thinking about the team. If he takes that shot, it's not going in. There's going to be a defender, there's going to be someone to save the ball. Don't worry about the fact that on the replay there wasn't. He knows that there will be. So he finds the pass to a teammate, brings them into the play. Lovely work from Digital Bacon. Now Daz Nasty, left-hand side, backboard, needs help, not going to get there, and a demo as well onto one of the Kappa Club members. Backboard chance, no, sent away, but there's a long way back now for Gaming Side Hustle.
Glorious touch from the defender as Daz Nasty now to the backboard is going to feed his teammates. He needs to squeak this one on target. Monty Dog is beaten. Reversing at the front post is Chewy. And it wasn't needed. There was no call to action from Gaming Side Hustle.
Panic and then some, I think we've just seen from Kappa Club. Desperately trying to get the ball away. Here's another chance and another crossbar shot coming through from, I believe it was Digital Bacon. Chewbacca Brack, the only one that has the opportunity to finish the job, and it's 4 for Kappa.
And there goes the defense in one foul swoop. Rush to the side there. They whizzed on by in perfect synchronicity. If this was an Olympic sport, they'd get a gold.
Yeah, absolutely they would. It's beautiful to watch. We talked about art in Rocket League earlier. I think that's art whichever way you slice it, whether it's in Rocket League or not. 57 seconds. Monty down this right-hand side, out of the corner for Chewbacca back. Now Daz Nasty trying to bring it away. Gaming Side Hustle, something for your troubles would be nice. They might not get it, but Chewbacca back will not be able to find that double.
Senor Pato then with one big opportunity. Snazdy is going to try and do it all by himself. A lovely tee up high, and it's going to tempt Monty Dog out of that back line. Shot comes through from Morgan, but it's just wide of the mark.
So unfortunate. Left-hand post. Gaming Side Hustle don't deserve to lose this second game with 0 goals, and they might not, they won't. Morgan, I sung his praises in defense earlier, and he rises highest to beat the Kappa Club defense, and it's 1 for the road for Gaming Side Hustle.
Rose like a phoenix, did he? The player from Kappa Club not able to get his mitts on that little touch away, and so it is going to be 1 goal to the Blues. Can they make it 2? And they got 10 seconds to find out.
Here we go, backboard, looking for the double again, not going to happen. Monty over on this near side, be cleared away by Gaming Side Hustle, but that's going to do you, folks. The game is over. They'll keep it up for a little bit, but it will be Kappa Club who take home the victory in the community versus community tournament. Yes, 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 claps all round. Thank you very much for getting involved. And Psycho, what a game in the end, eh?
Oh, it was a brilliant performance from both sides, and I think going into that grand final, I did think there was a favourite, and it was the recency bias. You said it yourself, it was Kappa Club who we thought all eyes are on them to get that victory, but Gaming Side Hustle, boy, did they make it difficult.
Oh, yeah. I mean, going OT in that game 1 and keeping OT for as long as they did, I was so impressed with the way that Gaming Side Hustle stepped up, but when you lose OT in that way, with that mistake on the back line, it's going to be difficult to go into the second game and still keep that confidence.
Definitely so, but congratulations to Kappa Club, your victors in the community versus community tournament. And I must say, Rhino, it is a real treat to be here and to experience the moment with you.
It's amazing that this is actually the first time that we've ever worked together, and it was an absolute joy. Thank you so much for jumping on the broadcast and watching some Rocket League with us. And that's going to do it for your community versus community tournament, folks. We ran a little bit over, but trust me, after this break, you will not want to go anywhere, because Would I Land to You is coming up on the main stage next.